Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making Chicago pizza puffs. So if you guys didn't know, I'm in Texas, so it's not as easy to get them out here. So I was just like, okay, let me do some research and figure out how to make it myself. So this is my process. So I started with a half of an onion and a half of a yellow pepper. You can add whatever fillings you want. This is just what I had on hand. And you want to cook those till they get translucent. And then I added up some garlic. And then cook that for a little bit. But if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a new video. So now that those have sweated, I am adding in my ground turkey. Use whatever protein you would like. And then to that, I added in a mixture of black pepper, red pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, garlic salt, oregano, and Italian seasoning. And I would say equal parts, but I didn't add as much garlic salt because I didn't want it to be salty. So I just added equal parts of everything into that. So yeah, you can mix together probably a tablespoon of each and then probably a teaspoon of the garlic salt. And then you add as you go after you have that mixed up. And if you don't want it too spicy, then cut the red pepper flakes in half. So now I'm adding in my tomato sauce. And I just used a can of that. And then I used about a half a can of the tomato paste. Maybe a quarter. And I'm adding in a little bit more seasoning, and then now at this point you can taste it and then add less, well, add more if you'd like. And then I added probably just a little sprinkle of sugar just to cut the acidity. So now you just want to simmer it so that it's not too liquidy. You want it to be more kind of a paste consistency because you don't want it leaking through the tortilla. All right, so now I have my tortilla. I did not show the process for this because I had a little mishap. So I'll still link it in the description box, but I stopped filming after a while because it just was not coming together. But it ended up being fine. So if you were to make the tortilla recipe, then you can, I used they were about 6 ounces. The balls that I measured out, they were about 6 ounces. And then I rolled that out to about 12 inches in diameter. And it was super thin. Like, so if you picked it up, you could see through it. So you want to put your filling closer to the bottom. And how I figured this out, I had my mom unthaw a real pizza puff. And we figured out how it was wrapped by that way. Because there's literally no videos, no recipes, no nothing on pizza puffs, and I just don't understand why. So you start by folding it up, and then I also forgot to put my cheese in here. So I used some fresh mozzarella and I cut it up into cubes, because if you look at it on the internet, it'll have like little pockets of cheese. So I wanted to mimic that as well. And also, I did not show this in the video because I figured it out after the fact, after my first test run. Make sure you seal the sides, because when you fry it, it could still open up. So just to get around that, just grab a little bit of water and put it on the outer ends, so that when you fold it in, it'll be sticking. And then I kind of pressed it together once I learned and kept making them, but you want it to look like an envelope, just like that. And I cut it a little bit so that it would be a perfect envelope. But yeah, so I would just take those sides. As you can see, they're like kind of flapping out. I would like pinch those to the bottom, and then same thing with the flap. I did it here, but when I ended up like doing more, I kind of pressed it more. And that's how it turned out. And then you just fry it. I fried mine at 375 degrees. Kind of poked the bubbles. But as you could see, if you just saw me when I flipped it, you see that there's still that flap. And that flap will go away if you really press it and make it as one when you're folding it. So yeah, now you just get it to the color that you want it. I won't say I like mine too light skinned, but I don't like mine burnt. And then also, if you want that real fast food taste, use old oil. So if you have like old oil from like chicken or something, use that. I don't prefer to, but like if you want that legit taste, then you gotta use some old oil. But yeah, this was literally it. I don't know. I was very shocked when I found out that it was a tortilla, not like a puff pastry or anything like that. But it literally says it on the bag that it's wrapped in a flour tortilla. And I believe that the first ingredient, it says flour tortilla. So it's not that much of a secret. We just probably not paying attention. So yeah, it had the same texture. Like, I like the gooey inside and the flaky outside. You can use just a regular tortilla that you buy from the store, but I do recommend making your own tortilla because it's so easy. And you're already making everything else. It's not gonna take that much time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. Y'all know the drill. And have a great rest of your day. Peace.